Okay, this is the video for the test review. We're going to talk about how to do each problem here. For learning objective A, writing products of powers using exponents and finding the product, we don't need to show work for number 1 through 4. So number 1, write each product using an exponent. 10 times 10 times 10, so that would be 10 to the power of 3. So the base is 10, and you multiplied it 3 times, so that's A. This next one, 7 times 7, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So it would be base is 7, exponent is 6. Number 3, write each power as a product of the same factor, then find the value. So 1 to the power of 8 would be like 1 times 1 times 1, 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, but this product is 1 and this product is 8. When you multiply 1 times 1 times 1, you get 1. So that one is C. And then number 4, 3 and 5 tenths to the power of 2, you would have 3 and 5 tenths and multiply that together 2 times, like here. That says times 2. This is just 3 times. This is 1 time, so it's got to be C. Okay, now, for learning objective B, I can find the value of numerical expressions by following the order of operations. We have to show work. So, number 5, I'm going to put right here. It's 64 divided by 15 take away 7 times 2 take away 9. So let's underline the part we do first, which is parentheses. And then 15 take away 7 is 8. And we're going to bring down everything else. So then after parentheses is exponents. Since there aren't any exponents, we go to multiply and divide from left to right. So we have to do this one first. 64 divided by 8 is 8. And we'll bring down everything else. Then we multiply before we subtract. So that's 16 take away 9. And then 16 take away 9 is 7. So our answer is 7, and that is A. Number 6, we'll write right here, 9 plus 7 times 15 plus 3 divided by 3 to the power of 2. So the first thing we'll do is parentheses. So that would be 18, and we'll bring down everything else. And then exponents is next. So 3 times 3 is what that means. That would be 9. Bring down everything else. Now we multiply and divide from left to right. So I'm skipping that addition. And we'll do 7 times 18. It's 126. Bring down everything else. Then we have to divide before we add. So 126 divided by 9. $14. Bring down the plus 9. All right, 9 plus 14 is 23. So 23 is the answer to number 6. And that's B. Okay, for 7 and 8, it's I can evaluate algebraic expressions, and we did that in lesson 3, and we're going to show our work. So it's 4m take away 17, and m equals 22. So 4m take away 17, 4 times 22 take away 17. Let's see what 4 times 22 is. That would be 88, right? And 88 take away 17 is 71. And 71 is A. Okay, for this next one, A squared minus 2 times B squared. A is 9, B is 3. So let's write A squared minus 2B squared. A is 9, so that's 9 squared minus 2 times B is 3. So I'm going to do exponents first. 3 times 3 is 9. Bring everything else down. And then 9 times 9 is 81. We have to multiply before we subtract. So 2 times 9 is 18. And then 81 take away 18 is 63. And 63 is D. Okay, for number 9 through 12, we don't need to show work. That was writing algebraic expressions. So let's take a look at number 9. Define a variable, write each phrase as an algebraic expression. 5 times the number of books in the library. So I see this keyword times, and I know we're going to be multiplying 5 times the number of books. And if B represents the number of books, it should be 5 times B, which is this one right here. Number 10, $10 less than Caitlin's total. So same thing here. $10 less than, I'm thinking is subtract. So it's Caitlin's total, take away $10. And if C represents Caitlin's total, it should be C take away $10. So that's B. $6 more than 1/3 of Russell's total. So you have Russell's total, it looks like that's R. 1/3 of Russell's total plus $6 more. So Russell's total, it could be 1/3 times R, or it could be R divided by 3 plus the 6. And it looks like we have R divided by 3 plus 6 right there. So that would be D. Number 12, 4 less than 3 times Regan's total points. Now Regan's points are R. So it's 3 times Regan's points, and then 4 less than that. So 3 times R, take away 4, that right there is the 1. Okay, now we're moving on to number 13. So learning objective E, I can use commutative, associative, and identity properties to solve problems. We don't need to show our work for the next 4. Determine whether the two expressions are equivalent. If so, tell which property is applied. If not, explain why. So 23 plus 15, 15 plus 23. We switch the order, it's addition, so those would work, and that would be, order would be the commutative property. 8 times 1 equals 8. Yes, that is true. And that would be the identity property, because it's 8 times 1 or a number plus 0. So yes, identity property, that's B. And number 15, use one or more properties to rewrite each expression as an expression that does not use parentheses. So let's see here, 9 times K times 5. So I'm thinking you could flip around the K and the 5, 9 times 5 times K, and 9 times 5 is 45 times K. So here we go, C. All right, so that was, by the way, the associative property that we used. 16, so because we grouped the numbers different. Luzon has 8 fish, 3 cats, and 2 dogs. Write 2 equivalent expressions using the associative property, so we're going to need parentheses, that can be used to find the total number of pets, 8 plus 3 plus 2. So 8 plus 3 plus 2, putting the parentheses in different spots. This one looks good. 8 plus 3 plus 2, 8 plus 3 plus 2. The parentheses group the 8 and the 3. It grouped the 3 and the 2. So it's C. Okay, 17 through 20 is for learning objective F, using the distributive property to write and factor an expression. So we don't need to show our work for 17 through 20. Find each product mentally, show the steps you used. So this would be like 8 times 3 plus 3/4. And if you can put the 8 right next to it. So it would be like 8 times 3 plus 8 times 3/4. So 8 times 3 plus 8 times 3/4. 8 times 3 plus 8 times 3/4. Now, these two are both the same. So we know it's not these. The question is, which one is right? 8 times 3 is 24 plus, oh, look at that one's wrong. That one has a 3 there, so that one's not right. It has to be the one with 2 8s. So it has to be C. We don't even have to work it out. Okay, number 18, the distributive property. Use it to rewrite each algebraic expression. So this would be 8 times S plus 8 times 5. 8 times S plus 5. Oh, okay. 8 times S plus 8 times 5. What's 8 times 5? It's 40. So 8S plus 40, that would be A. What is the factored form of each expression? So what's the greatest common factor? And then we have to factor it out. I'm thinking 7 here, because you can do 7 times 2 and 7 times 5. So it would be 7 times 2 plus 5. Right here, D. And number 20, 9x plus 27. Let's see, 27 can be divided by 9. So 9 is the factor, 9 times x, and then 9 times 3. So it would be 9 times x plus 3, B. All right, moving on to 21. I can simplify and factor expressions with variables. So 21 through 24, we don't need to show our work. So 7 plus x plus 7x, we have to simplify. You could put the two x's together, so it would be 7 plus 8x, and that's A. 15y plus x plus 9y. Let's put the 9 and the 15y together. So 15, 6, 7, 18, 9, 20, 21, 24y plus x. There we go. What's the factored form of each expression? So we have to think greatest common factor. I'm thinking it's 5, right? So 5 times what is 20? 5 times 4x plus 5 times, it would be 7, y. So 5, and then in parentheses, 4x plus 7y. So 4x plus 7y. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 7 is 35. It's got to be C. And then the factored form of this expression, let's see, it's looking like 8, right? 32 divided by 8 is 4. 48 divided by 8 is 6. So 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 6 is 48. So it has to be B. All right. Almost done. For this, these are concepts and applications problems. So number 25 and 26, we need to show our work. Movies. Use the table that shows the prices of tickets and various food items at the movie theater. 4 friends each bought a ticket and a bag of popcorn. How much total money did they spend? So 4 friends got a ticket for $8.50 and popcorn for $5.25. 4 friends got both of those things. $8.50 ticket plus a $5.25 popcorn. You may have written it like this: 4 times $8.50 plus 4 times $5.25. Either way, you'll get the same answer, because the next step is you can either use the associative property and solve it like this, or I think I'm going to add first. So I'm going to do these parentheses first. 850 plus 525. Bring down the decimal. So that's 1375 times 4. So I'm going to multiply that by 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 28, 29, 30. 12, 13, 14, 15. 4, 5. Take the decimal out, put it in, and that gives us $55. And that would be C. Now, algebra, translate each verbal expression into an algebraic expression, then simplify the expression. So 5 friends went to a baseball game. 3 of the friends bought a ticket for X dollars and a soda for 6. So 3 of the friends bought a ticket for X plus a soda for 6. The other 2 friends each bought only tickets. So the other two friends only bought tickets. Write and simplify an expression that represents the amount of money spent. So this right here would be like 3x plus 3 times 6, 18, plus 2x. If you put these two together, that would be 5x plus 18. So what do we have here? I see 5x plus 18 here. Now let's see, 3 times x plus 6 plus 2x. What if I say x is 13? So 5 times 13 plus 18. 13 times 5 is 65. So 65 plus 18. 6, 7, 8. $83. Is that what the answer is? Yes, right there. A is the one. Okay, now we just have the vocab. So let's go through and do all the vocab problems. What is the power of a number? So, the power of a number is C, a product of factors that are the same number. They're written using a base and an exponent. And then, what is a numerical expression? So that would be A, a combination of numbers and operations. 29, the order of operations is parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. Oops, sorry. Next one, what is a variable? That's B. It's a symbol or letter used to represent a number. What is an algebraic expression? That's A, a numerical expression that contains at least one variable and one operation. And number 32, what does the associative property mean? That's D. In addition and multiplication, you can change the grouping of numbers and it still works. And the identity property, that's A. It states that if you add 0 to a number or multiply a number by 1, you get the same original number. And then last but not least is B here. The distributive property redistributes multiplication and addition subtraction steps using parentheses. Okay, the test is coming. Do the extra practice if you need it. Awesome.